Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about law number 10. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. We're going to go through a couple talking points, give you a little bit of life advice. You'll be on your way. Hope you guys enjoying this series. Let's get right into it. Number 1, misery is contagious. Just like laughter or motivation, negative spreads. Being around the chronically unhappy can drag you down emotionally and energetically. Have you ever thought about somebody in your life that brought you down frequently? Rather if that was your goals, rather if that was your weight loss goals, or rather if that was a new project you're starting. Negativity is contagious and will bring you down. In this law, it amplifies the fact that you need to stay away from people who are negative and stuck inside of a box. Because in the life that you're living right now, you are standing away from social norms. You're standing away from doing the 9 to 5. You're standing away from just doing the bare minimum. In this lifetime, you only get one chance. And if you're around negative people, it will just destroy all of your chances to succeed. Number 2, bad luck can be a pattern. Some people always have drama or disasters. It's not a coincidence. These poor choices create chaos that can be a burden to you. People who have the mentality of life sucks, boo Mondays, yay Fridays. These people forget that life is more than just the weekends. Life is just more than sitting down watching TV and just doing the bare minimum. It's about the life that you're going to have going forward. It's about the life that you want to enjoy. That's what you're seeking. But the problem is that bad luck can become a pattern if you're around these people very frequently. So it's best you avoid them. You stay in your own little circle. And you keep on moving forward with your life until you can find better people. They're not around bad luck. 3, energy drainers versus energy givers. Identify people who constantly take your time, attention, or peace without giving anything back. They're quietly sabotaging your growth. So the people that constantly waste your time are going to be the people that want to spend a lot of time with you. And when you do spend a lot of time with these people, they're not really hanging out with you. I know what kind of group circles you're thinking about right now, and it's exactly those circles. The circles of 5 people who say, hey, do you want to hang out? When you hang out with them, they're having a bunch of other friends. Now, instead of 5, it's 10 people or 15 people, and you're being ignored in the background. You're being the person that's being singled out. And these people can be a burden. They really, really can be, because now they're just using you for attention, fame, or your status, And in this life, there's going to be energy drainers and energy givers. You have to decide rather if you want to be involved with these people who want to take the energy away from you, or the people that want to put an energy in you and motivate you. And generally, when it comes to talking about the unhappy people, they're generally energy drainers. They just take away the energy out of you, and they take away the motivation. That's why you need to avoid these people too. Pity can be a trap. Helping others is noble, but constantly rescuing someone who never improves is not generosity. It's just self-sabotage. And I can't agree with that anymore. When you are the person, and I'm this person, that gives people advice, tries to hold their hand throughout the process, but they just don't want to dig themselves out of that hole of misery. It's like you tell somebody, save $25 every week, and maybe you'll be yourself in a better situation a couple years ahead or a couple months. And they don't listen to you, and they're constantly being behind on bills and overdrafting their credit cards with money, obviously. It's very hard to help those people get out of that rut, because of the fact that they don't see that within themselves. They don't see their own mistakes. And if they do, then you're wasting your breath. And that's what you have to realize, is that blabbering a lot, wasting your breath on people is pointless. It's literally pointless, because they do this to drain out of your energy. That's what it is. They want to have this victim mindset. And the victim mindset is contagious, but you can't be a victim anymore. You're trying to get out of this rut that you're in by yourself. And if people are going to play this pity game with you, better off pushing them away and finding better friends or better people to be around. Because you're not here to pity people or to hold their hand all the time and be annoyed by it too. You just can't do it. You just teach your lessons for what they are and you move on. Guilt is a manipulation tool. Unhappy people often guilt you into staying in toxic dynamics. Recognize when it's manipulation, not loyalty. That's self explanatory. Avoid emotional vampires. Those who constantly complain, blame others, or dwell in victimhood, we were speaking before, will keep you from focusing on your path. So people love playing victim or pointing fingers. And you have to realize that in life, you can either be the person that has the victim mentality or the person that just takes action in situations. Because growing up over the past, I would say, learning about this law for the past 3 years in my life, pointing fingers doesn't solve anything. You're the only person that could solve your problems. You can't solve everybody else's problem, especially when it comes to emotional. They can only find that within themselves. So if you're coming up to me and you're saying your life sucks, this, and that, well, what are you changing? What actions are you taking every day to become a better person? Emotionally, physically, mentally, in all of those areas. That's why it's super important to check yourself before other people do that for you. You become who you're around. Your circle matters a lot. If you surround yourself with broken mindsets, your thoughts and habits will begin to mirror theirs. Protect your environment. And I'll just close it off with that. I don't want this to get too long, but avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. It's all about your circle of people. That's why I like telling people all the time, if you're sad and upset all the time and it just doesn't stop, it just keeps pounding on your head with depression, anxiety, and stress, and you can't find good people around you, become that person that you want to be, and that person will follow through with you. Growing up over the years, I had a lot of friends who were in this victim mentality and blaming mentality too. And I just hated it. I truly, truly did hate it because it always was like, well, what can you do? And my question to people was always, what can you do? You can change yourself. You can motivate others. You can get yourself out of that rut. Why do you have to blame people? And the reason why they continue blaming people is because it's a lot easier to blame somebody versus fixing your own problems. And this law motivates you to fix your own problems, get a better friend circle, and get into a better mental space. Victimhood is not funny. Victimhood is not something that you should just brush off and just kind of do to get through your day, because that's not solutions. Those are just stuff to just fill a void temporarily. Constantly making excuses for the actions that you're taking every day isn't going to fix your problems. The only thing that's going to fix your problems is taking action, having an equal-minded circle of friends who think about success, getting closer to God, and keep on encouraging others, and that these people help their neighbors. They're helping people. They're encouraging others. All this stuff is important when you're growing up. In your 20s, you'll never have a good time like right now being a young adult. And having good friends to enjoy that journey with is better than just dealing with people who have the victim mindset and are unhappy and unlucky. I love you guys. That's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed law number 10. Tomorrow we're going to be kicking it with law number 11. I'm going to do research on it, so stay tuned for that. Drop a comment what you guys think about this law. This one is pretty self-explanatory versus the other ones that I've talked about, which have been a little bit harder, but this one's probably been the easiest one to talk about. I love you guys. Stay tuned for the next law. God loves you too. Peace out.